Well, I'm not even going to worry. I'm going to go ahead on and let this go, whether anybody is in here or not, simply because this is being recorded. Okay. So, I understand that TikTok, if you guys haven't known, TikTok has, seems like they done kicked me out again. I'm not tripping though. It won't allow me to come on my normal. So that's okay. I'm going to let you guys, when you get an opportunity to come on, to ask questions as we normally do. And if nobody is on by a certain time, I'm not even tripping because I have videos to make. All right. So I'm not worried at all. Hey, Miss Paula, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I've been sending you messages. I have not heard from you. I hope we get an opportunity to talk. Hey, Monica, they kicked me off of TikTok. They won't let me go on. They say I got to appeal. I appealed last time, so, but it's okay. Hey, Miss Jenna. Hey, Amy. Hey, Starlight. How you been? Where you been? I hope you guys are doing great. I have been a little busy, but I'm here. I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful Labor Day. I had to take some time, at least that last week. For those of those of you who know about my shooting incident, the individual is back harassing me, and so I felt the need to take a day or so off. So I hate to miss you guys, but I needed some time for myself. Thank you very much for letting me know. Yes, I did change my hair. I went back to black. I actually changed it, so I thank you guys for noticing. Paula, you says I haven't received anything. Well, Miss Paula, I will email you again, because I did email you. I was letting you know I wanted you to call so we could talk about what you had emailed me about. Let me let y'all know what's been going on in these past 2 weeks at least. Okay, Monica, I swear they said I was being unethical because I made a joke, and I was like, man, y'all better get out there and sell some weed. It was a joke, and they took the thing and said that I was talking about illegal goods. So I don't even be caring. TikTok just be trying to find a reason to take me off, and I'm at this point of whatever. Okay, so what's been happening these last 2 weeks? Okay, so a lot of people have been calling. I don't know if this is happening with y'all, but people have been calling saying they have received letters. Thank you, Miss Monica. I am telling you, this is ridiculous. And next month is Domestic Violence Month. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be telling my story and let everybody know. And I don't like how this whole situation, how people have treated the victims, okay? And so I'm going to be blabbering my mouth all next month. So y'all just get ready, okay? Because it's coming up. That'll be my year anniversary from being shot. And I just got to get it on off my chest, okay? Let's see. Kids at school, be careful. Right. Thank y'all. Okay. So what has happened this past 2 weeks? Okay, so I've been getting contacted from some individuals who said they got letters from their school telling them how much money they are going to have to pay in student loans. So I don't know if you guys have received that or not. If you have, you can let me know. But some people let me know that they have definitely gotten the letter. And some of them are like, girlfriend, I cannot afford the payments. And a lot of them have been asking me, what can I do? Or what should I do? And I'm going to tell y'all the same thing I told them. And it's so funny because I'm doing a video on it. Now, y'all know I always tell y'all, if you ever are needing money really quick to go to school, right? Well, guess what was in the article today? An article today said that scammers in California, their #1 way right now to make money is to enroll in school, and they're called ghost students. So a ghost student basically is a stolen identity. Somebody fills out the financial aid form. Somebody fills out, to get the student loans and the school application. They enroll in school. They probably do whatever they need to do, because you know you get your check for your disbursement from school after you've been in school about 30 days. So they probably enroll in school, wait a week or two, get the money, and then they don't ever come back. So that is like one of the #1 scams that's taking place in California. So I'm letting y'all know that if y'all tuned in over here with me, we are ahead of the game, okay? We may not be scammers, but we are already doing what they are just now getting on, okay? Because we've been going to school to get that change, okay? But we're not ghost students, we're real students, because we want to continue to go back, okay? So I just want to let y'all know, be proud of yourself. If you thought about doing it, you beat the scammers, and you now have something that they have in their arsenal to try to use to get them some money, okay? Let's see. Monica says, talk about the government trying to take Cash App and Apple Pay. Man, let me tell you, Miss Monica, I had a whole bunch of people texting me like, what is going on with Cash App and what's going on with it was Cash App, and it was what's the other one? Starts with a S. Was it Stripe? Square. Square and Cash App was not working, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, they are not gonna say that this was the reason, but nobody can't tell me it's because, or that it's not because of Fed Now. I absolutely 100% believe it's Fed Now. And didn't I say that as soon as Fed Now starts coming into play, we're gonna start having problems with Cash App and some of these other platforms, Venmo and all of that. And the reason I think that it's gonna happen like that is because they're gonna want those out the way. Although, if you're watching my my video on Fed Now, you'll see that Fed Now really isn't trying to compete with these other groups, these other companies, but they are basically doing somewhat of the same thing. So I would not be surprised if we don't start seeing some of these things fade away, okay? Maybe not right now, but we will, because I don't believe there's going to necessarily be a need for it, being that you can send the money through a bank to another bank or to a person faster, and you get all the money. So I just don't see those staying around for a long time, okay? Square, yes, Square definitely was acting up. Hey, Game Over, how are you? So yeah, absolutely not something that I want you guys to even, I mean, keep using them, keep using these apps, but just be mindful. Another thing I'm gonna do, I did a video already, it's not posted, but this is just another way, in my own opinion, that the IRS is going to start focusing on us, okay? So the IRS did just put out a memo stating that they are going to move away from the middle class, and they're going to go after high income earners. They've been saying that for a long time. And I'm not saying that they're not going to go after high income earners. That's another phone call I wanted to let you guys know. But what I will let you guys know is that middle class and low income people are still on the radar, okay? This is the season not to be missing documents. If you guys are interested in starting your own tax business, you know, I do this every single year. This will be my 4th year going into it. So if anybody's interested in starting their own tax business, I set you up. I get your software. We make sure your business is set up the way it needs to be so that you can actually get the money paid to your account. And it's your own business. And y'all know we've been talking about having your own business. I know a lot of y'all gonna say y'all on fixed income. I don't want to hear it. Ain't no excuse. You can still do this as a fixed income. We'll have to talk about that on the side, but you definitely can. It doesn't have to be your business by yourself, okay? So if you are interested in finding a way to make you some extra money, tax season is coming, okay? And y'all know tax season can be lucrative. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there and beat people and charge them a whole heck of a lot, okay? Because you're going to be competing with the IRS next year. If you do not know, hey, Darnell, IRS, I'll tell you what they consider. The IRS is going to now, they're going to reach out to a couple people by the end of this year. Starting in the next month, they're going to reach out to probably a couple thousand people, a couple hundred people to get you guys to sample their new software. The IRS is going back to free file. I don't know how many of y'all are old enough to remember when the IRS used to send those books home. It used to be the 1040 EZ. We used to fill it out, put a couple things in there and close that pouch and send it on back to the IRS. Taxes were done. Now they're trying to do that again, but now they want you to be able to do it online. It's going to be free. And the IRS usually does free file for individuals who make $50,000 or less, okay? And that is total household income. High income earners, to answer your question, Monica, I would say anybody over 50,000, because that's exactly where I feel they're going to be landing. Is they're going to be anywhere between 50,000 and those 250,000, which is like middle income. But they say they're going to go higher than that. So that means they're probably going to be going after individuals who have six figures, millionaires, people like that they're going to try to attempt to come after them. If y'all didn't know, they came after Beyonce already. They are coming after the superstars. But of course, these people have lawyers, so they're not going to get far. But who doesn't have lawyers? Everybody else. I got a call the other day from somebody in the military. Her and her husband, she just got out of the military probably a month ago. She got a letter from the IRS saying that she owed them $183,000, but because it's 2 years late and she still hasn't filed her taxes or corrected them, she's filed them, she hasn't corrected them, they have now added a $40,000 penalty. So she now owes over $200,000. And the crazy part about it is she owes this money simply because she sold a home. And I need y'all to listen. She sold a home. If any of you guys sell a home, you need to collect a 1099-S, which stands for sale, okay? So if you did not know, and she did not know, she closed. She thought because she was in the military, she didn't have to pay any capital gains. If you don't know what capital gains are any amount of money that you receive over a certain threshold. So for IRS, if you're a single individual, if you sell your home and you net more than $250,000, any amount over that is your capital gains. If you are married, it's double that. It's $500,000. Any amount of money you receive over that is capital gains. So if they receive $501,000, then they would have to, or $500,001, they would have to pay taxes on the $1. Okay, so they sold their home. They obviously netted more than $500,000, and they did not know that they had to add the gains. They did. They did not add it. The tax person didn't mention it to them. And now here they are 2 years later, and they owe the IRS $200,000. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what we're going to do to fix it. Let me see what you're saying. Mr. Tyndall says definitely going to purchase your gems in your bio, lifesaver. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. Anybody who watches the videos, who goes to the website, and y'all know, please go to shamikasaves.com. Y'all go to my website. There is a new scholarship, not scholarship. Yeah, it is scholarship, I guess you could say. The new list of not scholarships, grants are posted. So, every month I put the new ones out there. Please go and look, see if there's anything on there that may apply to you, because you guys are always asking about grants for food trucks, for new businesses. Go on there under the shop tab on Shamika Saves page, and go and get you some of that money, okay? Let's see. Germania says, what is considered middle class income a year? Middle class income really is going to be anywhere between $50,000 and $250,000. That is a huge, large gap. I could say that we could probably go up maybe 80,000 to 250. But the reason I say 50 is because the federal poverty line is at $14,000. Okay. So if you make $14,000 or less, one, you should not have no medical bills on your credit. Two, you shouldn't necessarily be paying for anything. Okay. Because at that level, almost every single thing is free. So if you know anybody, then they make less than $14,000 or less than $15,000, they need to be making sure they're going to find out that what they can qualify for, because they qualify for almost every single thing, because that is the federal poverty line, 15. If you're below it, you are broke in their eyes, you're low income, you qualify for everything, okay? Anything above that, I'm going to say that is going to be middle class, because there's only three: low income, middle, high, or upper class. That is it, okay? So 50 to 250,000. So if that is your income range, all I'm going to say is you don't have to be afraid, but you do want to make sure that you are filing all of your tax documents. I don't know how many of you have been on the IRS website, but they have made changes. Okay, they done got them some money, y'all. The website look different. You can see what you owe on the first page as soon as you log in. They're not playing. They are letting you know you owe. We need this money, okay? So you can go and get all of that from them. Let me throw this out before I forget. If anybody has a balance that they owe, the IRS has something called a first time abatement. Okay, and I'm gonna spell it A-B-A-T-E, mint, M-E-N-T, abatement. Okay, the reason I'm letting you guys know about this is because I had to find a way to calm this married couple down, to let them know we have a way to fix this $200,000 debt that they have. So what we're going to do is we're going to amend their taxes. Okay, that's the first thing. We're going to amend their taxes so that we can file and show the IRS what they should have been paying to the IRS. Okay, if they would have filed their taxes right 2 years ago, they still would have owed money, but they would not have had that additional $40,000 penalty. Now, after we file those amended taxes, we are then going to file for a first time abatement. This is something y'all need to pay attention to, because I know a lot of y'all know people who owe. Normally when people owe and y'all come to me, I'm like, hey, y'all know y'all can put that in bankruptcy. You know you can do a payment plan, or if you are under that federal poverty line, you can get a hardship and don't have to pay it off. But another option they have, and they're not even telling y'all, is the abatement. And what the abatement is, you call, you request to be considered for an abatement, and the only thing they're going to do is look back over the last 3 years to see if you've never had a penalty before, if you filed your taxes on time. Basically, if you're a good tax-paying customer, you can qualify for an abatement, and the IRS will either take a chunk of the debt away or all of it away. You're supposed to, based off of what I read on their website, they give you a decision almost immediately once you call to request, because they're going to look at your history as a taxpayer. And if you have no issues, you can qualify for an abatement. So keep that in mind. Thank you. Starlight says to make sure y'all don't forget to like. I don't even really know what like hat does on the YouTube, but hit the like and the bell, all that good stuff, because I do want this to come up in other people's feeds. And if y'all did not know, I am trying to make YouTube my full home, not to go live on anything else, just to give my full and total attention right here on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for coming here and looking for me. I do have to do a little better when I'm not going to be around, but give me some time. Your girl is getting there, okay? So remember that, an abatement. So if you guys end up owing, or you know someone in your family, you can qualify for another way to get out of having to pay. And at least the abatement will take away the penalty, because the penalty is what hurts people so much. Most times you can amend your taxes and fix the debt, but the penalty is what you can't fix because it's assessed by the IRS, okay? All right, Miss Jenna says, we'll contact you about the tax class. Thank you. Again, if you're just not watching and you want to start your own tax business, I'm telling y'all know we got to find ways to make money. Taxes are something people are going to have to do anyway. You guys know I talk about taxes. You guys know I teach taxes. If you're interested in having your own business, please holler at me so that we can get you set up, because a lot of y'all are going to have to do background checks. The IRS they require fingerprints and a background check to make sure you are eligible to be trusted to be able to e-file and submit taxes, okay? So if you don't already have a P10, that is something we need to get on so that we can get that done in time, because it can take 2 to 3 months, okay? Cynthia says, hey, Shamika and Shamika Saves fam. Hey, Miss Cynthia. We've been looking for you. Okay. Miss Cynthia is the one that has all of the wonderful jobs, the secret shopper jobs. But don't worry, Miss Cynthia, I've been handling it for you. I got a nice long list. If anybody wants a list in alphabetical order of all of these secret shopper jobs, I'm not gonna lie, I had one and I was like, I don't have time. Okay, so for those who do have time, please go out there and get the money that I did not get. Yes, there are some things that I will walk away from, and that was one of them. I just did not have the time, but it is out there. Y'all know I had to go see it for myself before I tell y'all, okay? Starlet says another side hustle is canvassing. I'm telling y'all, y'all had better get these side hustles on. Cynthia says, Shamika, I sent you a long email on mission. Thank you, Miss Cynthia. I appreciate that. I'm going to get that. So anybody who wants new information, Miss Cynthia has sent me the info. So y'all make sure, y'all, if you've already requested it, you can request it again so I can give you what Miss Cynthia has given, because she actually does this, okay? So now look, now we just said secret shopping. Y'all know y'all can do taxes. That's definitely something that's going to be coming up. And not for nothing, even if you don't want to start your own tax business, if the IRS is going to allow people to do their own taxes, you can still do taxes. How many people do TurboTax? They're not real tax preparers, but they do TurboTax for people and file their taxes for them. Now, if that is a job that you want, do it. But for those who go to someone and you let them file your taxes for you, and they are not a certified tax preparer, you just need to be aware that if anything goes wrong with your taxes, you're responsible, because your taxes state that they are self-prepared, not prepared by somebody else. That's the whole point of getting a P10, is so that there's an ID number that ties your taxes to the person that did them. If you don't have that, then it's tied only to the persons whose name is on it. So make sure you're not paying somebody no $200-300 to do taxes only for you to turn them in and it says that you did them. We don't want that, okay? Cynthia says, I need to take the tax class to help my son. He's a recent graduate, no dependents. He's making good money. I'm afraid he's going to have to pay a buttload of money. All right. Well, if anybody's afraid, if anybody's going to have to owe taxes, here is the easiest way to know. Look at the pay stub. Any of you, look at your pay stub and look at your year-to-date, YTD. Look at your year-to-date income. If your year-to-date income, if your year-to-date taxes, your federal, isn't at least 10% of your year-to-date income, you're going to owe. Now, if you have children, that does not apply. Single people only. Single people have to have at least 10%, if not 15% of their income, of their taxes taken as a portion of their income, so that you can show that you've been paying. Now, Miss Cynthia, and this is for anybody else, if you're afraid that somebody's going to owe taxes, then you do what everybody else does. It's called a Schedule C. It is called self-employment. You still have time right now that if your son wanted to go and get an EIN, listen to me. Hey, Miss Aura, that if your son wants to get an EIN, this is the time to do it now. Get him one so that he can look more official. You don't have to create him a business, just do an EIN and he could be a sole proprietor. And then you have a better chance of being able to have some write-offs. So that is what I would tell you to do to help yourself and anybody else, okay? So these are some of the things you're going to learn when we're in this tax class, because I deal in real life scenarios. We are not going to be talking about stuff that you don't normally have to do in the tax season unless it pops up. Then you get me on the line and I'll walk you right on through it, okay? All right, Stephanie says, I did mystery shopping for years. Gold certified, makes the most money. Thank you, Stephanie. You know what? I am so glad that you said that. Let me screenshot this real quick. Hold on. I'm glad you said that, because I'm going to make a video on mystery shopping. But another thing I found out, y'all, shows, you see what Stephanie said? Gold certified. So I didn't even know that in mystery shopping, they have levels. Okay, there is levels to this, all right? So the more training you get in mystery shopping, the more money you can charge or the more money you're paid. So some of it, from what I saw, and Stephanie, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it looked like it was just a series of classes that you just take. And some of them didn't seem to be that expensive. And I saw different classes for different industries. So if you're in the food service, they had classes for food service people. If you're going to be doing retail work, they have retail classes. So if you guys want to do mystery shopping, y'all want to make that good money, make sure you get certified. Y'all know everybody's going to charge for something. But make sure you get certified so that you can get more money. Same thing like I tell y'all with the notary. You want to make more money with the notary, you need to be a loan signing agent. They make the most money. So sometimes it's not just enough to be on the platform level. We got to go up, take the elevator, go up some floors, okay? But thank you for that, Miss Stephanie. Rebecca says, hey, how are you feeling today? Y'all, I am doing well. I am doing well. Like I said, I'll be telling y'all next month. I'm going to run down my whole story of exactly what happened to me, because it's going to be my turn to talk about my little domestic violence. Let me tell you, it is too much of that stuff going on. And I have to tell my story so that hopefully I can help somebody else know that, one, you don't have to stay in a crazy situation, and two, you're not alone if you are in the situation or have been through the situation, and then three, how to maneuver, because you do get treated, in my opinion, like it's your fault. Okay, but we're gonna save that for October. All right, but we're definitely gonna get there and talk about it. All right, Oris says, I need to take the tax class, Mr. Shamika. When do you start the tax class? So y'all know I got all the websites. Okay, I do. A matter of fact, let me see, do I want to put it here or not? Let me try to think how I do it. So y'all basically can go and sign up for it now. But what I think I'm gonna do is, for those who are interested, just send me a message at shamikasaves.com, and then I'll send you the website instead of me just having to say it. But it's usalearningacademy.com. But instead of me having to go through all that, I'll send it to you, and then that way you can ask your questions and we can go from there, because I do want to make sure you guys have everything you need so that you can start. I usually only like to take on 10 people because during tax season, 4 people is a lot, but 10 is the max that I take. It's a small enough number where we can meet. You can ask your questions. Y'all can call me, right? Even when you're with a customer, we do everything. You do cash advances. You know, we're not here doing the old school stuff. Okay, you get your tax links. You can text your link to your customers. You don't even have to meet with them. This is not like your traditional tax preparer. Okay, this is new stuff. All right, especially since COVID, everybody's doing stuff different now. So if you want to reach people, you got friends, family out of state, text them that link. Let them go on and drop their stuff. You do it through the computer. You can text them through the app or through your phone, however you do it, and let them know your taxes are done. You know, their taxes are done. They can sign, be on their way, and as soon as they get paid, you get paid first, and then they get paid, and that's it. Okay. Stephanie, Miss Cynthia, Stephanie said your son could possibly start a home-based business. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? All us on the same page. Thank you, Stephanie. Absolutely. Home-based business, get an EIN. And the easiest home-based business, if you want to pay for something, you could do Avon, you could do Herbalife. If you don't want to do any of those, you could just do your name. You are a business. I don't know what it is you do, but maybe you sell cakes. Maybe you cook food. Maybe you do hair. I don't know. If you don't want to pay to start up a business, you don't have to. But tons and tons of people have home-based businesses. Nothing that's unheard of or uncalled for. I promise you, people are going to come out with a whole bunch of them at tax time, because you know why? Because nobody has been paying their taxes, even though we've still been saying to pay your taxes. I have been doing, let me get this, since I talked to y'all in these 3 weeks, I have done 5 bankruptcies, okay? And that's huge for me because I'm not an attorney. I'm a bankruptcy petition preparer. And if y'all don't know what that is, I'm the person that basically you send me all your paperwork for your bankruptcy. I fill out the paperwork. You send me your paperwork, like your taxes, your pay stubs and all that. And then I fill out the actual forms for you based off of the information that you submit. But I've had 5 people have this done in the past 2 weeks. And let me just let y'all know, if anybody's out there struggling And I know I'm talking to my regular folks, but I'm talking to people who put my videos on in the background. And when y'all cooking, cleaning, and driving, if I'm talking to you, please, this is not the time to sit here and be prideful and be struggling. You know, it does not hurt to pick up the phone and call and ask questions. If you have questions, you can ask me questions. But I'm telling you, the amount of people that I talk to and that are going through this struggle alone is really sad. And a lot of it is women, okay? And the reason that I stress talking about bankruptcy so much is because we women, we already take on enough. We try to keep everything on the wraps. We try to be super strong. But when you're trying to be super strong, you got kids, you fighting with the man, if y'all together or not, bills are piling in and the job ain't cutting it, you need some relief. And please stop thinking that bankruptcy cannot be the relief. I am going to do another video on the debt management plan and the debt settlement plan. But I'm going to tell y'all why bankruptcy is better. And if y'all don't believe me, look at JCPenney's. Look at Bed Bath & Beyond. Look at Sears. Look at these large companies, Big Lots. Look at Ruby Tuesday. Look at all these restaurants, all of these places that we normally like to go to and spend our money, eat at, shop at. Some have closed down. Fine. But most of them have just reorganized their debt and have filed bankruptcy in order to maintain the status quo. They want who shops at JCPenney's? Now, I ain't gonna lie, I just did. I like JCPenney's in certain stores, in certain locations, but who really still shops at JCPenney's? Why are they still open? They are not closing, okay? JCPenney's went and hopped on that Chapter 11 bankruptcy so quick. Same thing I'm telling you guys. I just talked to a man today. He says, I'm about to sell my townhouse. He said, I got into a bad deal last year. I got a loan, a second mortgage, and now I can't afford to pay the first and the second mortgage. He says, I'm going to sell. And I said, well, why not rent your house? He says, that might be too much work. I don't know if I can rent it. He says, I'm going to downsize and go move with someone. And I said, okay, well, why not file bankruptcy? And he said, you know, somebody mentioned that to me, but I don't know anything about it. And I said, well, do you want to lose your house? And he said, no. And I said, well, now you want to know a whole lot about it because this is one way you don't have to. So I'm letting y'all know you don't have to take an L. You don't have to lose nothing. You don't have to call me and say my car is repossessed because bankruptcy will stop a repossession. You do not have to tell me you are getting evicted because bankruptcy will stop an eviction. I do not want to hear they foreclosed on my house, is going on a chopping block. Bankruptcy will stop a foreclosure, okay? So y'all should use these tools. I'm going to keep saying it. Utilize every single tool that they give you and use it for your benefit because that's exactly what they're doing to you, okay? Let's say Cooking Experience says, when are you going to start tax classes? Please send your contact. Cooking Experience, send me a message at shamikasaves.com. I will send you the info. I think I'm going to start it in November. So just so y'all, if y'all did not know, the IRS puts out stuff very, very slow. They don't even finish setting up or updating the tax software until February. So if you're going to do your tax class with me, we are basically going to be setting up your direct deposit, your bank, and your business, okay? We'll also use this time to make sure you're set up so you could do your cash advances. And this is the time you go and you get you some customers, all right? This will be that time that you do that. You will not you're not going to do anything until February. You actually can't go in and do a real tax, a tax prep until February. And I wouldn't want you doing it before then because if the system isn't updated with the new rules, the taxes aren't going to come out right. So we will just be learning the basic stuff that y'all need to know, okay? We'll learn all the new changes as we get closer to the end of the year. If y'all notice, they're not even talking about taxes right now. You know why? Because the only thing they're preparing for is this big hump that we're about to experience called student loan payments. And again, if y'all have not done your SAVE program so that you can get those loans, on a repayment plan where you don't have to worry about reporting if you're late or if you don't make payments, you need to get on that, okay? Somebody messaged me the other day and said, thank you for your advice. I listened. I went and did the SAVE program, and now I have $0 payment. So if that's you, you got dependents, your income ain't that high, you need to get on that SAVE plan so that you can get your payments to zero. $0 payments still count towards your loan payments. So you technically can be on $0 payments for the next 10 years and get your loans dismissed even though you didn't make one payment. That's if Joe Biden has to win this election again, y'all, okay? Because as soon as the president changes, so does the executive orders they put in place. So we don't know if this is going to stay around, okay, for the full 10 years. We hope. All right. But right now, all you care about is getting $0 so you don't have to make no payments. And if that's what you want to do, but you can't, then you might need to enroll in school so that you can do the in-school deferment and not pay. Or here goes the gem. Here goes that unethical thing. But hey, you could say you didn't know that your school wasn't on the list for the borrower's defense. Y'all know that borrower's defense list I tell y'all that all the schools are on. On the application, on the last page, it says, if you check the box yes, then while we are investigating your claim, you don't have to make any payments. Your loans can be on forbearance. So if you think a school did you dirty, they lied, and you don't want to pay, and you want them to investigate to see if they will have your loans discharged, even though you know your loans ain't on the list and they not going to make it, just play dumb and fill out that form, turn it in, and turn it in before the repayment starts, because you want them to go ahead on and put your loans on forbearance versus having them start and then stop later once you're approved. So go ahead and put the request in now. You still got a couple weeks, and get those loans on forbearance until they turn around and deny you. Okay, but at least that buy you a couple months to figure out what you're gonna do. Okay. So the tax class, like I said, I think I'm gonna do it in November, but I want people to start in October. Again, you do have to do fingerprints. You got to get your P10, and we got to get your banking and all that stuff set up, and that does take a little bit of time. And I want y'all to be able to go out there and get that loan on y'all's second year in business. Baby, they give you a nice little loan because they believe in you and they want to see this business grow. So if you watch any of my videos, I told you, y'all on the fixed income, the best way to get around that is to not be paid for taxes. Listen to what I'm saying. Y'all don't get paid for doing taxes. Take a loan out from the bank, and as you do taxes, it will pay the loan back. This way, when you are making money at tax season, you're not making money. You're really only making money to pay back a loan because you were given the money in advance. But when you're giving money as a loan payment, it's not income. Did y'all just catch that, Jim? Let me know if I need to repeat that. But let me look at y'all messages real quick, okay? Starlight, how much is tax class? The tax class is $600, $599. The $599 covers, let me let y'all know for y'all pass out, me, okay? It covers me the whole time from when you sign up until the end of tax season. So that's like 8 months, okay? Also, you get your bank set up. You get your own software. You get to bring your logo so you can put your logo. It's your own business. It's basically a business in the box that I help you set up, and I help you run it during the tax season. And I'm also your back office. When you sign up with me, you don't have to worry about calling the 800 number to get somebody to come and help you. It will come right to me. I can go into the system, go to your client, whoever it is you may be having a problem with, fix it, and then let you go back on your way. So to me, that's the best part that you get, is you get somebody that's going to help you do it so that you're not stuck doing this by yourself, especially when you have customers. It's embarrassing to look like you don't know what you're doing. But when you call your business partner, I help you out. So basically, we become partners in this business. And we just gonna make this a lucrative tax season, as lucrative as possible. I'm not gonna lie, I've had some girls come back every year and they still don't do 1 or 2 customers. I don't know why. Thank y'all for coming back, but I don't want you to come if we're not gonna make no money, because we need to. Okay, because you see what the IRS is doing. They are offering free taxes, so they are going to start pulling these customers away from you guys. Why? Because they want to take it out of the hands of average, ordinary people and put it back in their hands, which we don't want, because now they see everything. Okay, and basically, why would you go to the same person that's going to audit you, the same person that's going to bill you, or send you, give you that $40,000 fine like the couple I have? I wouldn't want to go to them. I'm not going to tell y'all what not to do, but some of y'all are missing out on your credits, because if you don't know to claim them, you won't. And your tax returns will not be as high as they will if you went to someone versus doing them yourself, okay? Stephanie says, Mr. Shopping, yes, different classes is correct. Yes, thank you, Stephanie. So, all right, so Stephanie says, if y'all want to succeed in the Mr. Shopping world, y'all got to take different classes that coincide with the industry of what you're in, okay? That's how you make the big bucks in mystery shopping. So if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, look, we're going to have, where's she at? Cynthia going to put y'all together, okay? Cynthia, yes, Cynthia gonna help put y'all together, and Stephanie. So see, just in us talking, y'all should be reaching out to Cynthia or to Stephanie, because both of these are my mystery shopper experts. So if you want to take those classes, these ladies will be the ones that you need to talk to, okay? So y'all see, I don't mind. If somebody knows more than me, go to them, pay them for their time, and get the tools you need, the gems you need, so that you can go do what you need to do, okay? Because that's how we all going to make money, right? We can't hoard the information. We got to share it. Okay. Okay, again, if anybody missed it, the tax class, just send me a message on my website, shamikasaves.com, and I will send you the link and the info and tell you everything that comes along with it, and we can go from there. It says, all right, Miss Jenna says, what if someone turned you in? What can you do? If somebody turns you in for what, Miss Jenna? For taxes? I'll come back to that once you answer. Thank you, PC. Whoever that says I look awesome. See, let me tell you, I'll be concerned because, see, I don't know who's always on here giving me these compliments. It could be the person that shot me. I am sure this person looks at my videos. It's not funny. And if that is that person, go away, okay? If it's not, hello and thank you for your comment. All right, Stephanie says, silver certified classes was free at the time. Gold certified classes, not sure of the fee, okay? And, oh, look at that. Stephanie says, video shoppers make great money. So now y'all can shop by sitting at home. Come on now. See, y'all got to reach out to Stephanie and Miss Cynthia so y'all can go on and get, look at this. I might be able to do video shopping. I can do that because I love to virtual shop. I window shop and all that because I don't be having all that money all the time, okay? So I might be able to do video shopping. Who want to do it with me, okay? Hey, sweetie 51, thank you for coming here. All right, Cynthia says, it says, tell to Stephanie about mystery shopping. You have to find a niche that everyone is not doing to stand out of the crowd and do it well. The goal is to be the go-to person the schedulers can depend on. Okay, so see, mystery shopping getting deep. So not just the certification. You got to find a niche, okay? So I don't know what my niche would be. I would want to do bars, okay? I would want drinks and food. That would be my niche. I don't know about some of these other places, but that's just not my thing. But that would be my niche. So if anybody does not know what their niche is, you basically got to go and look at these mystery shopping jobs and see if it's something you're going to be interested in. Because I'm not going to lie, the one I had signed up for, I was just doing it. But I was like, I'm not interested. Okay, and it paid $5. All right, I was just trying, but I was like, this is not gonna work. But I think it was like, go buy ice cream. And I could have did it, but I ain't want to. Sorry. So, but somebody else can go and get that money. Now, I could have got a couple $5 in one day because they had a bunch of them. I had to go around to different locations. I just wasn't gonna do it, okay? Also, make sure you got a car that's good on gas. You don't need no big old truck like me trying to go around and do mystery shopping for $5. It just doesn't add up, okay? Miss Jenna says, what is the name of the mystery shopping company? Oh, Miss Jenna, there are so many. Send me a message on the website, and I will give you the full list. Cooking experience, I am not saying where I am located. All I'm going to say is, if you need me, send me a message on my Facebook and I will let you know. Okay? Cynthia says, amen. I can't say a lot enough. Shamika gives good advice. Thank you very much, Miss Cynthia. I appreciate that very, very much. I really just be trying to give y'all whatever it is that I know so that we all can make it. Because let me tell you, it is just, it doesn't look too exciting, the future. It doesn't look too exciting. It looks a little bleak, especially when I look at the financial future. I think that is very big, and you usually can tell a lot about what is going to happen in the economy just by looking at certain things, okay? If y'all have not necessarily been paying attention, don't worry, I do. Synthetic identity fraud is on the rise, okay? And y'all know we be talking about the CPNs on this channel all the time, and that's the fake social security numbers. That is on the rise. TransUnion just did their little annual report, and the number one used for the CPNs that is pushing all the fraud is people are using CPNs to get cars. So they are saying that right now, individuals are buying cars by the SHIT load, and because they're doing it with fake credentials, it is hurting the market, right? But out of the 80% of people that have been getting these loans, only 20% have not been paying their bills. Everybody else has been paying. So thank you to those who, although you got a car fraudulently, you are paying your car note. Congratulate. I am proud of you, okay? But I'm letting y'all know that right now, CPNs and people getting cars is on the rise. Now, what's crazier is people are probably using them for apartments, but because apartments aren't put on your credit, we will never know. Okay, I still believe people are using CPNs for homes. If that is you, I don't judge you. I do recognize the many calls I get of people who are homeless sleeping in their car, and I will never tell you not to use the CPN if that was your way to get shelter, okay? Shelter is one of our main needs that we need other than food and clothes, okay? So if that's what you got to do, go right ahead, do what you need to do. Cars are another thing. Credit cards, surprisingly, credit cards and loans are very low, not as high as I thought. People are still using them, but because people don't run the credit cards up all the time, the risk is low. So right now, cars are where they are seeing that these the fraud is being used a lot. And if you're in Texas, let me just throw this out there. If you're in Texas, Houston preferably, they have a anti-fraud unit that works along with certain banks. Ally Bank, like I have been telling y'all, Ally Bank is not our friend, okay? Ally Bank, and they also work with a couple dealerships. So if you are gonna go to these dealerships now with these CPNs, which I do not recommend, I've always told y'all, if you go into these dealerships and you're using that stolen social security number, you need to be approved. You need to go somewhere like Carvana, where they are bringing the car to you, because they ask less questions. Okay, but if you're going with that number and you're going to a dealership to get a car, please be mindful that all they got to do is pick up the phone and say, hey, we got another one, and they coming. All right, so because they know that this is a high rampant number of fraud, you think people aren't going to be looking out for that? They are. So be mindful when you do this. If you're going to use a CPN, I don't care, but you need to go to Capital One, where you can get approved for a car and select your car before you even leave your house, or Carvana. You need to go somewhere where you can shop for a car online versus shopping for that car on the lot, because it is not really you guys, okay? How much is bankruptcy? Bankruptcy is only $187 for a bankruptcy petition preparer like me to prepare it. If you are going to file in the court, it is $338. So all in all, you're probably paying about $500 to wipe out whatever your debt. Your debt has to be a minimum of $10,000, but $500 for $10,000 is still a good ass deal, okay? Cynthia says, Miss Jenny sent Shamika an email. Okay, that's right. Thank you, Cynthia. All right, send y'all if you want the list. Cynthia's gonna send me the list, and then I'll send you guys my list too, so that way you can go and see all of the mystery shopping out there, okay? Ms. Ora says, Miss Shamika, if you have property, can you file bankruptcy? And if yes, because the answer is yes, you can. What type of bankruptcy? It could be a Chapter 7 or a Chapter 13. And if so, do you still have to pay the mortgage? Yes. So if you have property, a home, land, car, and you go into bankruptcy, hopefully you're not giving the car, the property, or the land up, okay? You do have the option to say, I don't want the car, take it back. So if you have a car and you are upside down, you go into bankruptcy, you can give the car back and it is not considered a repo. Did you hear me? It is not considered a repo. That's one reason why I love bankruptcy, because you can do whatever you want to do under the umbrella of the bankruptcy, and it cannot hurt your credit any more than when the bankruptcy just hit it. So no matter what happens, get a car back, get a furniture back, the Babcock, come pick up the pool, come whatever. Nothing else happens to the credit. That is the bomb part about it, okay? If you have a house or land and you go into bankruptcy, if the equity in your home is over a certain amount, you probably will not qualify for a 7. You'll go to a Chapter 13. If your income is a certain amount for your household, you may not qualify for a 7. You go into a 13. The only difference between the 7 and the 13 is the 7, the debt is wiped out. You don't pay anything, and it's 6 months long, the bankruptcy process. A Chapter 13, they reorganized your debt, meaning they're going to pay your creditors back. You can be in it for 3 years or 5 years, but you're paying the debt back. Now, in 3 years or 5 years, you are probably not going to pay all that debt off. So whatever they can get paid off in 3 to 5 years is all you're going to pay. So when people talk to me about bankruptcy, I always ask, how much do you owe? If you got $70,000, $80,000 in credit cards, you're probably not going to pay that off in 10 or 20 years, paying the minimum payments that they have on your credit cards. And if you look, it shows you if you pay the minimum payment, you'll be paying these credit cards for 25 years. So you probably won't have them paid off in 20 years if you're paying the minimum. But if you put it in bankruptcy, you will pay a little more than the minimum, but you'll only be able to pay them as much as they can get out in 3 or 5 years. To me, I'd rather go with bankruptcy because I'm paying the debt, I'm being responsible, but I ain't giving them all the money that I really spent. So who's winning, me or the bank? I think I'm winning, okay? It has everything to do with how you look at it, but more importantly, I look at bankruptcy because I look at your credit. You do one of these debt management plans, debt settlement plans, your credit is going to be in shambles forever. So yes, you could do a Chapter 13 with land, a car, or a home. The equity or your income determines which 7 or 13 you apply, you fall under. Most people can do 7s with a home. Still have the house, still got the car, and all their other debt get wiped out, okay? Okay, let's see. Okay, Black Allen, that's a man. I know it was. It's probably the man that's been harassing me. Probably, more than likely. That's why I said if that's, and then I know they didn't say nothing else. That's how I knew it probably was that person. I ain't even paying no mind. They better ask God for forgiveness because I'm tired of giving it. Okay? All right, Stephanie says, do Parent Plus loans qualify for SAVE program? The Parent Plus loans, yes, but the student has to apply for it. Hold on, that was a really good question. Let me do that. I'm going to check, but I believe it does because, okay, hold on. Okay, it says all direct loans may be repaid under the SAVE plan except for, direct plus loans for parents. So, hold on. Now, that's crazy. Let me check. Hold on. Because if you can't do, it said, okay. Fact check. Okay, that's all right. Because they gave 2 different answers here. As long as the loans are consolidated, they have to be consolidated into one loan, then you can do the Parent Plus loans, okay? One thing says no, one other thing says yes, and I believe that's if the loans are not consolidated, they can't. But if they are, you consolidate them. But all the loans have to be consolidated anyway. I also would say that if you don't want to do that, Parent Plus loans, if I'm not mistaken, can be included in bankruptcy. Hold on, because I remember doing a video on it. Hold on, because they did do some changes with the CARES Act. Yes, they can. So Parent Plus loans can be discharged in 7 or a 13, but it has to be discharged by the parent, not the child, okay? So it says, but you can only do this if you, the parent, fall into one of the same situations as I was saying. If you become total permanent disabled, if you're under the care of a doctor, you're receiving Social Security, or if the child is deceased, you do not have to pay. Or if the child has illness, you do not have to pay for those loans, okay? Now, I'm not telling people to go out there and find sicknesses and things, okay? But some people do have these issues and don't even do anything with them. So if someone's ill, or not going to be able to work, then you can get those loans discharged. All right. Do you do business tax? Yes, I do business taxes. I do. If you have a C corporation, that's a 1065. If you have a S corporation, that's an 1120S. If you have a sole proprietor or 1099, you're independent contractor, or you got an LLC, I do those on your regular 1040 taxes. So yes, I can do business taxes. Just bring your stuff on down, okay? All right, the Beyond Body says, can I buy a business and then do ERC, or should I just amend my taxes? I have 2 employees. If you have 2 employees, have you been paying taxes for them? And the way the ERC works is, in order for you to get that ERC loan, and this is for anybody that has employees, your business has to have still been open during COVID time. That's the only way to get the money. If you're in Orange County, in Orlando, remember, guys, October 1st is when the new money comes. So right now, you guys may start slowly seeing money become available for rental property, for your rent, for your mortgage, getting assistance like that. I can tell you right now, if you're in Orlando and you're a business owner, they're giving grants of $1,300, $4,000, and $10,000. All you have to do is have been in business. You got to have a certain number of employees, and your business had to been affected from COVID. Now, the reason I believe that some of this is going around is because COVID is kind of coming back. It's probably not going to come back full scale, but y'all need to start looking, because they're going to start putting out more money. We got only 3 more weeks before the fiscal year opens, okay? So you can't buy a business and go back and backfile ERC unless you're going to, well, no, you can't do it, because you had to have been in business in 2020. So no, that's not going to be able to be done. Cynthia says video shopping is when you wear an undercover video device. Oh, video shopping is okay. So I'm thinking at home. So anybody that didn't know, if you want to do video shopping, it's like doing police officer work. Got that body cam on you and you're shopping with the camera on. I would love to do that. Ooh, especially at the DMV, because they got some stank behind attitudes, and at the airport. Okay. So Miss Cynthia, we got to get together on these video shopping, because I'm ready to bust some folks real quick. Okay. Cynthia says, me and my husband have taken many date nights for Miss. I know that's right, Miss Cynthia. Okay. Look at Miss Cynthia telling y'all how to get y'all date night on for the cheap, work, and make it a family event. I love it. I love it. I love it. I need a date so I can do me some mystery shopping. Okay? On a date real cheap. Thank you, Miss Cynthia, giving me some ideas. Charlene says, I did it in 2003. My mother was ill and started a nursing staffing agency in 2006. It worked. Filed bankruptcy, didn't lose home cards or anything. Boo, boo, boo. Thank you, Miss Charlene. That's why I'm trying to let people know. Stop acting like bankruptcy gonna take everything away, because one thing it's gonna take away is that debt and that pressure off your back. Okay? Bankruptcy is not always here, we finna take everything away. And another thing I like about bankruptcy, if I didn't already say, you can get debt free in your drawers. Okay? Not your underwear, your drawers. All right? Because right now, there's no court. So you can technically get on the phone with these people and say, yep, I'm the one broke. Okay, thank you. And that is all. 5-10 minutes at the most. The debt is already gone. The debt is gone from your credit. It's been gone 45 days before the phone call. Okay. So you're basically just sitting home, talking to the trustee, telling them you broke, and you're done. All right. So Miss Charlene did it in 2006. Look, your girl here did it. Ain't no shame. And let me tell you, if you get a chapter 13 like I did, here's something they don't tell y'all. You can pay and get out of your bankruptcy early. They don't tell you that. They want you to stay in it for the 3 years or the 5 years. But if you say, you know what, Shamika, I'm just going to go and get in this bankruptcy real quick because I need about a year to reorganize my stuff. And then I'm going to start saving a little bit of money from my little job, whatever I got. And I'm going to just call the court and find out how much I got to pay to get out the bankruptcy and pay it. It's that simple, okay? I had to cut them a check, but I did. And my bankruptcy was terminated because I paid the remaining balance. And the crazy part about it is my payments were like $5,500 a month. Okay. But the amount that I paid to get out was 6 months worth versus me having another 3 years to go to get out of bankruptcy the regular way. So don't let these people think or make you think that just because you in it, you can't get out. The 3 or the 5 year sentence, say I said a sentence, it sounds long, but you don't have to stay that long. An attorney will never tell you. A trustee will never tell you. I'm going to tell you. Why? Because I don't have nothing to gain, but they do. So pay that money and get out early in the event you do get to a 13 bankruptcy, okay? All right, so almost 8 o'clock. It says, all right, so that's Miss Jenna. Okay, the taxes, thank you, cooking experience. It says video shoppers have covert video recorders. Okay, thank you, Mr. Look, Stephanie, because I sure thought I was going to be at home. Cynthia, you say, I'm in Houston. That's good to know. I know someone who got arrested trying to get a car with a CPN. I just read that in an article today. They just said who the department was in Houston that works, and the bank that works with these companies, but they do. They just pick up the phone and the police come. So we don't want those type of embarrassments when we're trying to go get these cars. So I'm telling you what you got to do. If you know somebody, you better tell them. Shamika said, you better shop and get that car at the house. So that way when you go there, all you got to do is show them the driver's license and some insurance and get in that car and go. Okay? That's what you want. All right? Before you be locked up somewhere. All right. Hey, Cash Money. Hey, Rulon. How are you? All right. Somebody said BBC. I know what that is. Okay. Miss One says, can you file bankruptcy if not working? Absolutely. Matter of fact, people who don't work need to file. Okay, I have a lot of people that are like, girl, let me tell you, somebody just texted me last night. It was like, girl, the people been calling my phone, and I just got on the phone today and was like, I'm filing bankruptcy. Don't call me no more. And hung up. The person didn't even tell me they wanted to do it, but they have finally listened and got so frustrated that they're like, girl, I am finna do it. Somebody else texted me last night and said, my car got repoed on Friday. Should I wait? And I'm like, nah, if your car got repoed, let's go on and do it. Now, we could have stopped the car from getting repoed, but the interest rate was too high. So it's like, let them take it. You can come back. You can get another car in 6 months. And that car won't even show as a repo. So, yes, if you're not working, please file. If you're on Social Security, file. If you work, file. If you're in debt and you're struggling, look at filing. It doesn't hurt y'all to find out if it will be a better option for you. One thing that they'll never tell you is to file it because they don't want middle class and lower income people filing bankruptcy because it frees you up to get back in debt again. The same thing it does for the wealthy people, but they don't want you to do that. Thank you, Stride Boxing Podcast. I appreciate that. Okay, Ms. Cindy says, advice. I'm signed up with all the companies on my list. I have vetted them and got all the info from trusted sources. Caution, do your due diligence and research. I wouldn't touch some with the 10-foot pole. So if y'all going to do this mystery shopping, make sure y'all can check with Miss Cynthia or Stephanie. They may charge you something, a cash app, a yes or no. But ask them if y'all should go and waste your time with these companies, if they're worth it or not. So you don't have to be out there working for somebody that you're going to hate. And then you're going to be talking bad about mystery shopping. And now you're going to make everybody else not want to do it when they should be. Okay? All right. Hey, Nicola. Love you too, Starlight. And okay, so it is getting ready to go on 8 o'clock. I'm going to do my rundown really quick and I'm going to let y'all go. Text me at shamikasaves.com. Send me a message and I will let you guys know the information for the tax class if you're interested in doing that. I definitely think this is going to be lucrative. Okay, there are going to be a lot of changes coming this year, and people are going to be running to people to help them and not to the IRS. So let that person be you. Second thing is, if your credit is trash, or you struggling, you need a little assistance, we can do a consultation. Let's look at your credit and see if it's something that can be fixed. If not, we may talk about bankruptcy. It doesn't hurt to talk about it. It's just a conversation. You could do that also on shamikasaves.com. If you need the list, information for the mystery shopping, you want some of those grant information, or you want me to go over anything I talked about tonight, also go to my website. We could do that. I usually will lead y'all where y'all need to go from there. I just send y'all to one place, shamikasaves.com, to make it very easy. I will have some new videos up for y'all this week. Get ready, because honey, it's been so much stuff going on. I just been chilling. So I'm finna drop a lot of stuff on y'all of what's going on behind the scenes, okay? So I love you guys. As always, thank you guys for being good. Miss Jenna says, grants for Black women, women-owned business in Virginia. Can you explain the ERC, how to apply, and how long will it take to get? Grants for Black women or Black-owned women. You go to my website, shamikasaves.com. Under the shop tab is all the grants that are out right now. Can you explain the ERC? The ERC is the Employee Retention Credit. It is a grant that you can get from the IRS. You can get up to $25,000 per employee. They have to be a W-2 employee. You must have 2 of them, not including yourself, so a total of 3 people. You have to have had been in business back during COVID in 2000 and had to either shut down, or your business was affected and you still paid your employees. The IRS will know if you paid them, because you will submit a 941 form that shows how much money you've been paying or collecting from them to give to the IRS. Please do not apply for the ERC if you don't have employees, if you are lying. Why? Because the IRS is not cutting those checks. They have paused ERC payments because they know it's a lot of fraud. And I don't want anybody getting caught up, especially now that the IRS has manpower, time, and employees to come and arrest that ASS, okay? And they have definitely been showing up to people's houses and or businesses, okay? So don't apply for that. If you do apply, it can take months, okay? But you do have until 2025 to get your money for the ERC. So if you don't want to do it now, you could do it later. But you still have to have had business back in 2020, okay? Good night, Miss Cynthia. Ms. Jenna says, I tried filing bankruptcy through legal aid on disability and was denied. There is no reason you should be denied, Ms. Jenna. Me and you have been talking about this for a little while. I told you, come holler at me. No reason to be denied. Yeah, holler at me. I'll pull up your case and I will let you know why it was denied. You probably will discharge because you probably didn't complete something, but they don't deny you. They will just recommend you for another chapter if you don't qualify for the one you applied for. All right, so see y'all. Best car loan places. The best car loan places, if you're not dealing with a CPN, you basically can go anywhere. A credit union would be the best option to tell you to go, because you can get a better deal with a credit union than you can a traditional bank. If you are using a CPN, y'all know what I said, go to Carvana, or you're going to have to go to Capital One. They're going to be higher interest, but that's because you are being less known, because you're doing it the more schemy way than if you're actually going out and going into a bank. But I always say go to your credit union to get the car loan, okay? And when you get to the car dealership, they're going to try to match or beat what you have anyway. So the best thing you can go to a car loan with is already being pre-approved and a good credit score, at least a 650 or better, so that you have something to compete with when you get to the dealership, okay? And don't forget to like, share it, like, share, and then again, y'all make sure y'all come back and see my new videos that I'm gonna have up, and then I'll see y'all next Monday. Okay, love you all, be blessed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. shamikasaves.com. Y'all go and ask me those questions or get that info so I can send it to you so we can get started. We got a lot of work to do. Okay, bye y'all.